talk about cigarettes versus electronic cigarettes. According to lung.org, cigarette smoke contains over 4,800 chemicals, with 69 known to cause cancer. 90% of people who smoke die of lung cancer, and 80 to 90% die of COPD. Smoking has claimed over 443,000 American lives per year, even babies being born prematurely from prenatal maternal smoking. And the numbers are on an epidemic rise. This is a diagram on all the chemicals that are in cigarettes. You have carbon monoxide, which is in rocket fuel, methane, which is acetic gas. You have acetic acid, which is in vinegar, butane, which is in lighter fluid. You've got nicotine, which is an insecticide. You got stearic acid, which is in candle wax. There's a bunch of chemicals in a cigarette. This is a diagram on students from adults. If you see with all the awareness these days, with commercials and stuff like that, there's a lot of awareness for that. So a lot of the kids are cracking down on that. So if you can see that, in 2010, it's went down a lot, as of the adults, but there's still need of improvement. I will tell you the harm of cigarettes and why they need to stop. According to YouCanQuit.org, researchers estimate about 7.7 billion pounds of cigarette butts accumulate in lakes and oceans and all around the world. About 4.3 trillion butts litter the earth every year, with 50% of littering coming from cigarette butts. Secondhand smoke. There are two forms of secondhand smoke, such as side stream and mainstream. Side stream is where it comes out, it's burning out just off the end of it. And you got mainstream, which is inhaled and an exhale. According to cancer.org, 46,000 people die of heart disease who are non-smokers, and about 3,400 with lung cancer that are non-smokers. Over 1 million children a year are born with asthma conditions. We'll talk about the cost. According to KissHealth.org, the average cost of a cigarettes is $6 a pack. And even if you're paying a pack per week, you're spending about $312 a year. Most people smoke a pack a day, which equals out to $2,190 a year. And people who are smoking a pack a day are spending around $100,000 in their lifetime on cigarettes. Now you may see cigarette smoking more clearly now and what you can do in many different ways. Thankfully, there is a solution to help this problem, such as benefits. For a person smoking, according to healthusnews.com, you will live a better and longer life with your friends. Also, your children, you'll set a good example with them and help that urge. Maybe one day they'll not smoke, so you'll help that out a lot. While smoking is not cheap, it'll save you money on other things than just smoking. And it will decrease the children of smokers' risk of asthma, respiratory infections, and sudden infant death. Benefits with secondhand smoking. According to cancer.org, 46,000 people die that are non-smokers, and over 1 million affected each year. Not smoking will decrease the number of adults and children being affected when they are non-smokers. Cigarettes versus electronic cigarettes. Electronic cigarettes have many more advantages. One, they contain no chemicals, just water vapor and nicotine. You can smoke them anywhere you'd like instead of having to wait to go outside. It would decrease the amount of cigarette butts with it being a rechargeable device. Now that you see the solution of smoking can save lives in the environment each year, let us look at what might happen if you choose to not use my solution. The good side. With getting help or switching to electronic cigarettes, it will save over 1 million adults and children's lives. Without cigarettes, our beaches and lakes and even cities would be free of most litter. Without cigarettes, it would save anyone who smokes thousands of dollars a year. And the bad side of it. Taking the innocent babies all around the world who are affected in so many ways by smoking. According to kidshealth.org, over half of American children breathe in smoke in cars, homes, and in public places where smoking is allowed. Among children under 18 months of age in the U.S., secondhand smoke is associated with 150,000 to 300,000 cases of respiratory infections like bronchitis or pneumonia each year. Keeping this up will increase the statistics dramatically. And we have the overview. Innocent newborn babies and children will be affected throughout the whole world. The environment alone with animals will be devastated and trashed with cigarette butts. If you smoke, I dearly hope you can get help, but it's innocent babies and children that break my heart. I have now discussed that cigarettes are a big problem in the U.S. and something could be seen if we could do something about it. Do yourself a favor. If you smoke, spend a little bit more money and try to use an electronic cigarette. You can save your life, other people's, and the environment. Today I've discussed the problems using cigarettes and the benefits of electronic cigarettes. Cigarettes kill millions of Americans each year, and all these problems can be done if you just listen to my solution. You can find electronic cigarettes at gas stations. You can find them at stores, most throughout the stores. They're much more beneficial than cigarettes. Cigarettes are not easy to stop. Electronic cigarettes, they're not cheap, but money does not compare to a life being taken away.